17. Allison didn't put enough peanut butter on my sandwich, and she burned the toast. That was Tanner's complaint the second Mom and Dad walked in the door. I'm sure she tried her best, Dad said, smiling at me. Her best stinks, my kid brother growled. I stuck out my tongue at him. Is Aunt Emma okay? I asked Mom. She nodded. Yes, everything is fine. I have to go out now, I blurted out. Dad checked his watch. It's nearly 8:30. I promised Ryan to help him rehearse the lines for the play. I didn't like to lie to my parents, but there was no way I could tell them I had to see a strange girl about a cat I killed 3 times. A few minutes later, I was jogging down Broad Street, picking up speed as I moved downhill. It was a clear, cool night. A pale half moon floated low over the treetops. The grass on the lawns glistened under a wet dew. 2 big shaggy dogs came loping along the sidewalk. They both gazed up at me as I trotted between them. A van filled with teenagers rumbled past, rock music roaring out of its open windows. I slowed my pace as Crystal's house came into view. I squinted over the weed-cluttered lawn. Pale gray light seeped from the front window. She must be home, I murmured to myself. My sneakers crunched over the gravel driveway. I heard the soft cries of cats from inside the house. Several dark figures stared out at me from the window. I took a deep breath and knocked on the front door. A chill ran down my back despite the warmth of the night. Inside the house, the cat cries grew louder. I wiped sweat off my forehead with the back of my hand. Then I nervously pushed my hair back with both hands and knocked again. My heart pounded as I waited. Would Crystal know how to help me? Would she be able to explain to me what is happening? Finally, the front door creaked open. Crystal poked her head out from the cold gray light. She was dressed in a long black jumper. Even in the dim light, I could see cat hairs all over her dress. She raised her tired dark eyes to me. What do you want? She demanded sharply, not very friendly. I have to talk to you, I stammered. Do you remember me? I really can't talk now, she interrupted. Cats yowled behind her. A scrawny black and white cat brushed against her legs. She started to close the door. But I need your help, I insisted. I need to find out. She kept a hand on the door handle. Is it about Rip? She asked. I nodded. Yes. You see, she raised her hand to cut me off. Please, go away, she cried. Her eyes filled with fear. Please, I can't. I grabbed the door to keep her from slamming it. You've got to help me, I screamed. You've got to explain what's going on. No, she started. Her chin trembled. Her frightened eyes reflected the eerie gray light. No, Mom is very unhappy. Mom doesn't want me to talk to you. But just listen to me, I pleaded. I killed that cat. I know it sounds crazy, but I killed Rip. I killed him 3 times. Crystal gasped. She raised her hand to her mouth. He keeps coming back, I told her. I killed him, and he came back. Cats cried from inside the house. Crystal leaned closer. The gray light spilled over us. She grabbed my arm. Her hand felt as cold as ice. How many times did you kill Rip? She asked in a whisper. 3, I told her. 3 times. No! She opened her mouth in a horrified cry. Her cold hand squeezed my arm. Why? What's wrong? I demanded in a trembling voice. What does that mean? He's used up 8 lives, Crystal groaned, shaking her head. He's used up 8. He'll be desperate now. Be careful. Stay away from him. Rip will be desperate.